Hi, everyone, and welcome to your week. This is going to be your weekly energies reading for the week of the 11th through the 17th. I hope that you're doing well. This is the reading that I do every week to bring you kind of like the feel of what is available for all of us astrologically and through channeled messages. My name is Patricia, and I hope that you're here with good vibes, joining me this week for these energies. Let's see what we have going on. So I want to talk to you a little bit about what's happening. So there's no really strong aspects today, but what we do have is that Saturn, the planet of authority, government, the ruler of Capricorn, has station direct, okay, and it's sextiling with Chiron, okay, which is the wounded healer. Okay, what does this mean? Really, there is something coming up. There's some sort of wound coming up collectively. Probably you've been feeling this, having to do with authority and having to do with things that we feel that we have to be really responsible about. Okay, so I want you to see and just observe what that could be and what that could mean and how that could resonate for you. Okay, so that's one of the things that really was brought to my attention for this week. And also we have a conjunction. So let me explain just really quick. The sextile is when planets are kind of like flowing together. Okay, the conjunction, which is what I'm going to talk about now, between Mars and the Sun, is the strongest aspect, the strongest combination you can have. A conjunction, right now with the Sun and Mars, this could feel very much like you want to push your projects forward. Like maybe there's something that you've been really thinking about working on, and maybe it's slowed down. Now it's gonna get like this boost. Okay, you're going to feel you're gonna want to like take action on certain things. So it's a really good aspect for when you want to push things forward, and when you've been feeling sort of like maybe that paused energy, that sort of like stagnant energy. This is a really good push forward. Okay, so let's go into the themes for the week. We still have Mercury in retrograde. We still have that planet of communication and the mind in retrograde until next week. We've already crossed over the midpoint of this transit. Okay, so what happens is like the first half of Mercury retrograde is kind of like that one where things come up and they're there for you to observe them, things maybe from your past. Our mind kind of like slows down, communication, maybe internet and things get glitchy, there's delays, there's certain things that happen that are sort of inconvenient, but they're placed there for us so that we can slow down. And that Mercury being retrograde is a really good transit to just take it slow and be compassionate and sort of revisit certain things. And now after the midpoint, that middle point after, it's almost like it's coming to this place where it's going to station direct, and all of the things that you kind of like were working through, now it's like, how are we going to move forward? Okay, so you're going to start feeling a little bit more awake. Things are going to be speeding up, and hopefully by the 18th, when it stations direct, we have a little bit of a shadow, but it'll be easy breezy from there on. So there's no reason to fear Mercury being retrograde, okay? So let's go with the themes. We already have things coming up, and the Sun card is coming through, which is that card of things becoming clear, okay? Enlightenment, hope, euphoria, okay? Something becoming clear. The root chakra coming through this week, which talks about, well, the root chakra talks a lot about safety, okay? Our safety, our foundations. But here, it talks about this rebirth, okay? Also, the connection to the self and healing things that could be ancestral, okay? The healing of things that we could be dragging along for ages and ages through our DNA, okay? Let's see what else comes through. So there could be, moments of clarity here that have to do with that connection to the self, that ancestral healing. And I was talking before about this sextile between Chiron and Saturn, and how this touches upon a wound that has to do with authority and how we deal with that in our lives, okay? Now we have the card of divine direction coming through, and these are, moments that could be confusing, okay? Crossroads. We come to a crossroads in our lives. Maybe we are overthinking something. We're going around in circles in the same thought. And there is an issue here with control, okay, when the card of divine direction comes through. Because when there's anything divine wanting to direct you, it may feel uncomfortable, and it may feel like, wow, I'm very uncertain right now. I feel lost even. And these are moments to really evaluate and really contemplate and not, push forward. It's more about just flowing with the direction that you're being led into, okay? Even if it feels uncomfortable, even if you can't see why things are leading you in the way they are, everything has a purpose, okay? Let's pick one more. Well, there, it went right out. And we have balance. Yes, balance. We are in Libra season, and there is, a stellium of planets in Libra right now. So balance is not only about finding that place of harmony, okay? It's also about how we exchange energy with others, okay? It's that law of reciprocity. As we give, so we shall receive, okay? And definitely that good karma, okay? So let's see how this all ties in to the message this week, okay? We're definitely, I love seeing the card of the Sun, because it really lets me know that there will be clarity where there is confusion right now. We do have that card of divine direction, which talks about feeling a bit lost, feeling a bit confused at a crossroads, maybe overthinking something too much, trying to control the situation, our environments. Okay, let's see what comes up for everyone this week. Hi, Carmi. Okay, so first card out for the week is the Four of Cups. Okay, so definitely this feeling of confusion, feeling rejected, not feeling seen, okay, is the Four of Cups. It's observing and bringing the past to the present, okay? The Four of Cups is very much about, we keep bringing our focus to something that has already happened, okay? And it's almost like we put ourselves in a position where we're not opening up to new blessings, okay? This card usually, this is a modern deck, so it does not show exactly how the Four of Cups is depicted in every card, which is the guy under the tree and he's looking at the 3 cups in the ground and not looking at the Ace of Cups that is coming out of a cloud, being almost like handed to him. Okay, he is too focused on something, a situation that has already passed, a feeling of rejection, of not being seen, not being heard, something that caused you to be, what do you call that, like let down, okay? And focusing on that situation from the past and keeping it in your present moment. And the message with this card is, you know, yes, sit with the emotions and honor what you feel, but don't just wallow there, okay? Because there's something beautiful trying to come in, and it's almost like you're blocking your own blessings, okay? Now, at the bottom of the deck, we have the Tower card and we have the Judgment card. Two very powerful cards that, one, causes unforeseen change, and it's almost like that divine direction. It's almost like the universe, God, coming through and bringing about change that you would have not chosen maybe for yourself. You have pondered upon it, but you did not consciously choose this change. But the universe comes in, God comes in and says, this is change that is needed. So it almost like breaks apart a situation so that you could see clearly and have that moment of enlightenment and see things for what they are. Now the Judgment card, wow, it's a card of listening to the call. It's a card of really making a decision to put a situation from the past and lay it to rest, okay? What this card exactly was talking about with the root chakra, talking about this ancestral healing, okay? And it could be something that needs to be healed within you, but it's very much something that has been carried through on like generations, okay? Now let's see what else comes through. Thank you for coming in, guys, and taking a part of this reading, being a part of this reading. Now we have the Knight of Swords. I believe we had this last week. This is communication. This is, you know, to me, it feels like something that's moving very fast. Changes that may be happening too fast. You could feel a little bit out of control and confused, like we were talking about before. Okay. So we have the Hermit, which is Virgo right there. The Hermit is, you know, introspection, knowing that all the answers that you need lie within yourself. Okay, this is also, to me, learning the lessons and applying them, seeing what something has to teach you and not question it, but really integrate it so that you see. It's almost like you recognize what it is that I'm saying as I'm telling you. Okay, like I know that it's resonating for some of you, like these patterns are showing up in your life, and there's something that has been shining the light to one particular thing here, okay, for the last 9 weeks, 9 months, maybe even 9 years for some of you, okay? And with the Hermit being here, and then the Page of Swords, And then the Two of Cups is definitely letting me know that there is some information that comes to the light, okay? Because there's something that has caused curiosity, okay? When the Page of Swords comes through, it's also very much like the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is that communication or an event that is happening that is moving things forward, okay? It may cause drama, it may cause arguments and misunderstandings, because as you can see, this Knight is just very forceful. It's just like coming at you. But I feel like with this Hermit being right there to receive this information, what the message is telling you, be wise when you receive this information, okay? Be wise about how you react, okay? Because I feel like some of you could be going through moments of depression or just feeling low energy with this Four of Cups. And like I said, it has something to do with a past rejection, with not feeling seen, heard, just feeling bored. Just there's no, it's not feeling any sort of like excitement happening, okay? And then all of a sudden, it's like this information or this urge to move forward rapidly comes through, or this information is coming at you, or something just pushes towards a reaction, or somebody is trying to get a reaction or a rise out of you, okay? And then with the Hermit being there, it's just saying, listen, you don't have to seek outside yourself. It's better to be quiet, okay? It's better to be quiet and non-reactive this week, okay? I feel like the truth is going to come out, okay? Whatever you've been curious about, there's going to be some sort of confirmation to what you've been thinking about the situation. It could have to do with somebody that is very close to you, okay? Somebody that you love. In this deck, we have the Two of Cups. It's two male figures, but usually it's a man or a woman. It doesn't matter. It's the energy of reciprocating. And we had that card of balance that came through, which is talking about the energy exchange between one and another. Okay, I feel like there's going to be some clarity coming for you this week on some issue that has had you feeling confused, or maybe you've been overthinking it. I also feel here in this reading that there's been some sort of power struggle happening with this Knight of Swords energy. You know, like I was saying before, it feels like, you know, those triggers, like people that know how to get the best of you, okay, which is not really the best, if you know what I mean. So the Hermit is here to say, you know, go within. You know, introspection is very important here. You know better is what I'm hearing. You know better. You've already learned the lesson. Now it's time to integrate it, not letting somebody take your energy hostage and bring you down to a lower vibration, okay? So at the bottom of the deck is the Nine of Cups. I had this for my personal reading as well. The Nine of Cups is a card of wishes coming true, feeling satisfaction, feeling fulfilled, okay? Being at a point where you feel very good about yourself. You feel like, you know, but what you've been wanting emotionally is there for you. Now, right at the bottom of that is the Eight of Swords, which is that tendency to overthink. Okay, so I feel the message here is talking to us directly about not losing hope, because when we overthink a situation too much, we bring it to the present moment. Okay, this could be something from the past. It could be a worry about something that hasn't even happened yet. Okay. And what happens is that we bring that situation to the present, and then this is what occurs. Okay. Our present moment, our power is in the present moment. Okay, our focus is our currency. It's our vote. What we choose to focus on, that is, what reflects back to us. And I feel that Spirit is asking us to have balance. It's encouraging us to see how we allow our energy to be exchanged. And in some of the cases, it has to do with people very close to you. Okay, and situations that you've had in the past with certain individuals in your life that you felt hasn't been even. It hasn't been just. You might even feel like it's been unfair. Okay. All right. With the Nine of Cups being the overall energy, it's just really letting me know that, we can't let all our energy and focus go to these things that are bringing us to a lower vibe. Okay, why? Because it's talking about how close we are, or how we're already there to having a life that is fulfilling. Okay. And how we can shift this is definitely focusing on that energy of reciprocity. Okay, being in a grateful space. The counting of your blessings. All right, I'm going to pick some cards from the Enchanted Map Oracle, and I'm going to top it off with the Halloween Oracle because we are in that season. So let's see what other messages Spirit has for us today to tie this in, okay? Because it's been a lot of information. So we have the Bone Collector coming through, and I don't know if this card came through last week, but it is the number 1, and this very much reflects the card of the Magician, and it goes very well with the Nine of Cups, which is saying that we have everything that we need already to manifest that which we want to bring into reality. That's why Spirit is reminding you how important your focus is, okay? And how it's important for us to balance and to channel our energy into things that are healthy and positive for us, okay? All right. Let me get one more from here. Rescue. Oh, this just reminds me of, like that reel that is trending right now, which says, nobody's coming. Nobody's coming. Nobody's coming to save you. Whatever it says. It says a bunch of stuff. Okay? It just makes me feel like, we are our own heroes in our story. And, Spirit wants you to live like you are that main character in your story. And, wants you to, enjoy your life and create a beautiful life. And sometimes it's, we get so caught up, and, I know that that energy exchange is so important, because if we are surrounded just by negative people and just toxic situations, it's, it can be hard. We are open channels of energy, all of us. Everything is energy. Okay, so let me just read these messages from the book to you. Yes. Oh, thank you, Wanderlust. I appreciate that so much. I love it that you feel like I'm speaking directly to you. I am. I really am. Here we go. So the number 1 card here, the Bone Collector. Look at the images. I always want you to look at the cards and the beautiful art, and sort of get, your intuition working through my readings as well. Okay, so this says you are whole and that you have everything that you need within. Okay, very much the message of the Hermit, which talks about you don't need outside validation. You don't need to look outside yourself for the answers, okay? Everything you need is within. So it says, when the Bone Collector appears, she is asking you to look closely at your circumstances to see if you are fully present or reacting out of past conditioning or unconscious expectations. Whenever we're wounded, especially when we're young, it's as if something essential is stolen from us. We adapt and we accept a particular version of the truth that sets us up to behave a certain way in the future when faced with a situation that reminds us of the original event. What we know about ourselves thus becomes influenced by perception, and that perception of limitation, okay, which is thinking that we lack something, okay, which we don't. And this card is reminding you that you are whole and that you have everything that you need right now in the present moment, okay? You may feel unworthy or without courage. You may see yourself as flawed or unlovable, or expect to be criticized. No matter what your question, the Bone Collector reminds you that the truth is that you are a powerful being with limitless possibilities. Okay? I love it how everything is so interconnected. And I know that it took a little while for me to, channel this message clearly. But definitely the message is about our focus and what we give our energy to, okay? And knowing that we don't need to seek anything outside from us, that we are whole here right now, and that we are, limitless and powerful. Okay, so it says, anything is possible with awareness to the wounds of the past. They don't need to define you. Okay, be aware of your wounds, but don't stay there. Okay, which is what we were talking about with this 4 of Cups. It says anything is possible. With awareness, the wounds of the past won't define you. Okay? So awareness is so important. I think that was my morning message to you all today as well. So now let's move on to the card of rescue. And let's see what this has to say. Which, I get that no one's coming. No one's coming. It's the number 16. And it says, you are always safe and secure and free to be yourself. And look at how beautiful. It looks like the movie Up. It reminds me of that. My phone was prompting me that my battery is low. Okay, so it says, asking for help isn't easy for many successful people. I think you don't have to be successful. Sometimes it's really hard. You don't want to burden others asking for help. However, that's what you need to do now as you expand your life. You find yourself troubled, you can expect help with whatever issue is at hand now. You need only to ask, and assistance will come your way. And this is what I was talking about, that law of reciprocity and our energy exchange, and how Spirit is encouraging us to have those exchanges of good karma with others. Okay? The most important support you can expect is from Spirit. Get into the right relationship with the divine. If you've been feeling blocked, like you're sitting down, you're praying or you're meditating, and it's almost like it's hard for you, okay, this is the message for you. This message is being directed to you, okay? Because it's just saying that you are disconnecting yourself from the magic that you are and the magic that is within you, okay? So it says, get into the right relationship with the divine, and you'll see that many conditions line up as if by magic to provide you with all the help that you need. Ask and you will receive. There is no need to fear. Safety is a place within. 2 messages talking to you about how safety is within, how your power lies within, how the answers are within. Okay? Now, last but not least, one more message from the Halloween Oracle, bringing a little of that festive Halloween vibes to the reading. I thank you all so much for joining, and thank you for all the support and love. And we get the card of Barmbrack. Look at that. It says, it says sweetness and synergy. Okay, so let's see what this is about. Barmbrack. I love that word. It's like, say it 3 times fast. It says, it's not quite a cake and it's not quite bread. Barmbrack is a sweet loaf larger than a typical bread loaf, baked with flour, sugar, salt, dried fruits, such as raisins. It sounds like what we eat at Christmas. You know, that panettone with all the fruits inside the sweet bread. Okay, so let's see what this means. So it says, when you pull this card, it indicates a curiosity to know what is ahead, but it's important to balance that with the now. So again, the message of how important it is to be in the now, even if you're curious about what's going to happen, and even if you are thinking or maybe dwelling a little bit in the past, this is bringing us back to that importance of your focus in the present moment and in the now. It says, after all, we have the tools to change our future, should we choose to. The sweet synergy of Barmbrack, all the ingredients, including the objects, and more complete and powerful together than they are individually. should encourage you to seek your own sweet spot. So that has been the message for this week. Let's all, find that beautiful balance between our focus and that power that we have within. Okay, that we don't need to seek anything outside ourselves, that the answers are there, that our power is there to create our beautiful life. Let's find that sweet spot this week. Okay, so I love you all so very much. Thank you as always for joining me. Thank you so much. Love and light for you as well. Fearless light and love. If you need any sort of services, I have all the links in my bio. Thank you for always liking my posts, sharing them with your friends, tagging your people. It always helps to, spread that message. And, I know that not all is unicorns and rainbows and sunflowers. Okay, I see the dark, and sometimes we have to face that dark. We all have it. We all have that light and dark within us. And I hope that my messages help you to gain a little bit of light through that darkness. Okay, so I'm sending you fearless light and love. Have a wonderful week, you guys, and I'll see you soon.